Balenciaga. Balenciaga is facing backlash after dropping a disturbing ad campaign, which was showing images of children holding bears dressed in bondage outfits, as well as photos of child pornography documents. The clothing brand is endorsed by many celebrities, but only Kim Kardashian has spoke out so far. And Balenciaga is suing the company who alleged put this ad campaign out.
And at the time, she was the only person that spoke out. I'm not completely sure if anybody else has, but
Yeah.
As we all know, this is a very touchy subject. I just felt it was just very poor judgment on the company that decided to bring this to light. Just a bad mistake. Like I say, it's very touchy subject. So I'm gonna kind of stay on the surface here, but just a very bad judgment call on whoever approved it and or reviewed it or whatever you want to call it. It was just I don't see what the benefits of bringing something like this to the platform would be. I don't feel like whoever was doing that job that day was not on their job, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. I mean, these are big ads because this is like one of the biggest
luxury
clothing companies in the world.
Exactly.
Clothing brands in the
Everybody
world. So
gonna see it. Yeah.
everybody gonna see it. So there's a lot of people that have to see this and go over it before it comes out. So I just don't understand how things like this can happen, and it's unfortunate, and it's, it just people that have been through stuff like that, it just kind of sends the message that there's no hope, or things like that are acceptable or stuff like that. It's just not. So I have to say.
Hey man, I think honestly, to me, it sparks a sense of kind of the feeling that this is a thing that's more common than not. I feel like with situations like this, especially when you're speaking on Balenciaga or bringing, it being the center of this, you talking about a whole different type of money now. You know what I mean? And when you talk about that different type of money, those people do different type of things. And when they're into stuff like that and it's a need for their stuff like that, for them, it's bad because it's how do you fix stuff like that, or how do you stop stuff like that when now you're stepping into a whole nother territory? Because it's even so hard to stop it on a small level, from keeping the kids safe on the streets, from keeping kids safe at school, to now where you got people that have millions and billions, and what do you do to stop that? How do you combat that? It's crazy because it's just this was a slip up that came up to light, low key.
Don't tell them what else is.
And not even with them though. I'm just saying in general, as far as a whole of people with money. You know what I'm saying? Brands. That's what I'm speaking on, brands.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about this because I don't know if y'all seen the movie Boomerang. I don't know, with Eddie Murphy, Halle Berry.
Yes.
And,
Classic.
And I don't know if you remember the commercial they had about the perfume.
Yeah.
It kind of gave off
Strong J.
Yeah, Strong J. You remember,
That was kind of
everybody.
that's a good
Yeah, so
comparison.
and I think, and going a little deeper, I think that's been around longer than we probably,
definitely.
So I'm not really surprised. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm not surprised. I'm just trying to figure out how did it get this far.
Mm-hmm.
I felt
there's a lot of commercials that are being shot that don't make the airwaves. Have you seen on social media they're airing commercials that it be some
crazy
weird
stuff.
yeah,
it do.
crazy stuff.
Because to double back to the Tiffany Haddish situation, that was long ago. And it came to light. You get what I'm saying? So what DJ's saying, there's a lot of stuff that don't hit the airways that we don't see. And like I said, when you have that type of money, or when you touching that much money, or worth that much money, or have that much money, you do whatever the fuck you want to.
That backdoor shit. I don't know if you still be on that shit, but I be bro, some bad commercials.
And see, and one thing to me, I feel is
backdoor, on TikTok and shit.
Oh, I know. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. Yes. Okay, I got you saying.
One thing I feel like might be a simple fix or come to something that could help, especially us as black people. And when I say this, I'm speaking to everybody, but I'm mostly speaking to us. We have to also, all of this starts at home for me. This is my personal take on it. All of this starts at home for me. As a man, I know it's hard for us in our life to do everything we have to do in our daily tasks and still find time for us also. But you have to put your family at the forefront of your mind. You know what I mean? And protect home. You protect home, you know what I mean? It's harder to let them invade and take from you. You know what I mean? Because not just physically protect the home. When you implant those values and those morals inside your kids and those thoughts, they going to grow up learning how to protect themselves. Go ahead, Wiz. I feel
No,
like
I'm listening,
okay.
bro.
And it's just like, you know, real talk. Because it's just like, it's harder for them to infiltrate when you starting at home and you got that solid foundation.
Exactly.
You know, and like I said, it's easier said than done. But I'm mostly speaking to our people when I'm saying it, because a lot of this stuff that's happening is to our people. Yeah. Because we're valuable, you know, and for whatever reason, whether it's from organs on the inside, whether it's for the looks, from the lips to the ass to the, you know, we're a commodity, you know what I mean, and we hot, and they you know, and I'm not just speaking on a specific race, but as a unit they want us. And I'm not saying that to offend anybody. You know, I don't want nobody to get offended by what I said, but I'm just saying in general.
You're saying it's a fact, though.
You know, us
us
as humanity, but especially us as black, it started home.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even say nothing because he said some of the real shit right there. But yeah, we just gotta like, and I'm glad. What's Jacoby? We had Jacoby on, like, you know, like we talked about that last season too. Like, you know, we just gotta teach our children and, you know, make sure that we show them right from wrong and make sure that, you know, they know the signs, make sure that we know the signs and keep them out of the situation, bro. Like, it's sick, bro. And if they're able to push that message to millions of people, that's dangerous. Mm-hmm. That's dangerous.
Because they felt like, now that I'm reading, they felt like they could.
They felt like they could. And you know what's even crazier, Joe? Like, our kids, bro, like, they get to see shit on their own without us, like, you know.
That's a tough thought. That's always been a tough thought for me, man. Like, because it doesn't hit you till they come back and they tell you a story about something and you like, damn, fuck, you ever experiencing that shit? You know what I'm saying? And then you get to thinking about all the other shit they experienced and you just like,
I wanted to ask y'all that, like, because I know all the shit I seen before I was like fucking 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like, BT Uncut and shit like that. Like,
but it's 10 times worse.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
now, bro.
the shit you can get on YouTube is like,
the shit you can get on YouTube now. You know,
you have to like really
like
push it together and watch some crazy
but,
shit.
I mean, YouTube alone is just like.
That's why I control. Like I not control, but I monitor with my kids. Like, they don't even click on regular YouTube. You can stay on the YouTube Kids and don't get on no TikTok.
Yeah, I'm glad they TikTok. Like. That's why I was gonna say I'm glad they implanted a lot of parental advisory things. Cause
I can't be everywhere at all times because when she with her Haley's sisters, they be watching shit they ain't supposed to.
And that's tough. That's why I say that's the tough part, because it's just like at some point in time they still have to go out into the world.
Exactly.
So it's like, that's why I say, like, and, you know, it's not to get off to a tangent, but, you know, shout out to DeeJay, because it's just like I see my boy with his kids, you know what I'm saying? And I see you have to put that foundation in there, you know, and it's just not so much of just being there, but like I said, it's also the mental aspect of also you teaching them about this the type of world we live in, this type of, because a little side note on me, my when I talked to my daughter earlier this week when I got ready to pick her up, she was telling me how she got a project due over the Mayans, the Incans, and the Aztecs and shit, and that kind of excited me. I'm like, oh, okay, shit, I know a little bit of that, you know. I can't wait to get you, you know, this weekend so we can talk about that, go over there, you know, just to drop some knowledge on her, you know, because I know school gonna tell you a little bit, but I got a little bit more that they ain't gonna tell you, you know, some shit that I know. So it's just like, it was a proud parent moment, and that's what I mean by when I say it started home, because those little moments go a long way. Yeah. You also dropping knowledge while you also bonding. You get what I mean?
I don't know if we should talk about this, but do you feel some judgment goes to the parents of the kids that were included in those ads?
No.
I'm pretty sure they seen what the kids were doing, correct?
Well, Joe,
no.
I think about it with the like the Nickelodeon Disney kids, like their parents just want money, like
But that's what. See, you said my point.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But these ads ain't going out to kids. These are like
No, but I'm saying
he talking about the kids that was involved in the ad.
You see what I'm saying? That was actually.
Oh, the parents that put their kids in.
There you go. That's what I was referring to.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
Okay,
like just like man, we can go to the R. Kelly stuff, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
true.
You have to have help to be a part of an operation that big, bro. Doing stuff like that, like. A lot of people seen that and approved it, and y'all had a point like we were talking like pre-show. Like, of course, everybody was not aware because everybody, of course, is not with that. But just to know that enough people were comfortable enough to push that message. That's it, bro.
So you got people who get these 8-digit paychecks, proving shit like that.
Yeah.
That's what Eric was saying. Like, when
Yeah.
you get to a certain amount of money, like you feel that you can push anything.
That's the people that.
And that's most people's downfall, man. People just get way too comfortable. Whether it be you have a lot of money or not, and that could be for anything. Whether it's cheating or whatever, you just get way too comfortable. Motherfuckers get too complacent, and it's your downfall.
And not even I won't say complacent when I'm speaking of this person. Like the comfortability of saying whatever the hell you want to say, and it doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah.
It's Mr. I know we'll talk about him later, but Mr. West.
Well, the fact of the matter is, this situation ain't gonna be talked about next week because ain't nobody gonna give a fuck.
Yep.
They just gonna sweep
Unfortunately,
it
yeah.
under the rug.